Hello, dear teachers. I just want to discuss with you about Ek Bharat Shresht Bharat portal, right? So we need to upload all the activities that have been mentioned over there, and we need to send our action plan to CBSE. There is a list of 33 activities, out of which some of the activities they are mandatory, and somewhere we have been given a choice like which activity we would like to conduct. We have to send our action plan in this format that is there in front of you. We have to select the name of the activities that we are going to plan it for the year, and we want to conduct this. We have to select the radio button, yes or no, and then the month of the activity, कौन से मंथ में हम इस एक्टिविटी को ऑर्गेनाइज करना चाहते हैं, एंड टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स दैट वी आर टारगेटिंग दैट दे विल पार्टिसिपेट इन दैट पर्टिकुलर एक्टिविटी, एंड टोटल नंबर ऑफ रिसोर्स पर्संस इन्वॉल्व। वो जो एक्टिविटी है पर्टिकुलर, उसके लिए आप कितने टीचर्स इन्वॉल्व हो, बाहर से किसी पेरेंट वॉलंटियर को भी बुलाया है या another resource persons are there, so how many people in total they are taking part. So we have to upload our action plan on CPSE portal Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat. So let us talk about these activities. See, the first activity in front of you is exposure of the students to alphabet, song, proverb, unique words through 100 sentences in the language of the paired state or the UTs. एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत के अंदर हमें एक लिस्ट दी गई है कि कौन सी हमारी पेयर्ड स्टेट है. लाइक बीइंग आवर स्कूल इन यूपी, आवर पेयर्ड स्टेट इज अरुणाचल प्रदेश एंड मेघालय. हरियाणा में हरियाणा एंड तेलंगाना. तो हमारे जो बच्चे हैं वो उनके लिए एक्टिविटी कंडक्ट करानी है कि वो उस पेयर्ड स्टेट की जो लैंग्वेज है उसके अल्फाबेट के बारे में, अगर लैंग्वेज इज सेम तो एटलीस्ट वहां पर बोले जाने वाली जो प्रोवर्ब्स हैं उनके बारे में, यूनिक वर्ड्स के बारे में, वहां के सॉन्ग्स के बारे में अगर हम कुछ एक्टिविटी वो करवाएंगे तो उससे रिलेटेड हाउ मेनी चिल्ड्रन दे विल बी टेकिंग पार्ट इन दैट एक्टिविटी वी हैव टू मेंशन. कितने टीचर्स उस एक्टिविटी को कंडक्ट कराने के लिए इन्वॉल्व रहेंगे, वी हैव टू मेंशन दैट. नंबर 2, we need to select the month as well कि कौन से month में हम ये activity conduct करवाएंगे, right? So this is a mandatory activity, right? So now if we talk about number 2 is essay writing competition among students related to the paired state, can be conducted in any language, in Hindi, English, or you can conduct in both the languages as well. Okay, so if you are conducting in both the languages, maybe you're dividing it for different classes, so accordingly you have to mention the name of the English language teachers, Hindi language teachers, all the coordinators who are involved in conduction of that kind of activity, and the number of students who are taking part, and in which month you will be organizing the same. If you have already organized, make sure you select the month accordingly, and because you have to upload the report also, right? Next is third activity. See, first was mandatory, second is optional. Now, where feasible, optional classes in the schools for learning the language of the paired states or UTs. See, we have to conduct as many activities as possible in our school. We can conduct the first activity, that is also mandatory. Second, essay writing is also we can conduct. Now, the third one is where feasible. If you are conducting such kind of classes where children, they are learning about the paired state after the school classes, extra classes are there. So most of the schools, they are not conducting this kind of activity. So you can go ahead with the like no option, right? Now, drama, folk, theater, role play on culture, history, tradition of paired states, UT. So this you can easily conduct in the class during your morning assemblies, right? Related to the paired states, we have already been conducting number of assemblies on Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat, right? So now next is the identification or translation and dissemination of similar proverbs in the language of the paired states or the UTs. Again, then you see identification and the translation and dissemination of the similar proverbs. जो आपकी proverb है आपके यहाँ पर बोली जाती हैं या आपकी paired state में बोली जाती हैं, उनको दोनों या उसको अपनी लैंग्वेज में और अपनी proverbs को उनकी लैंग्वेज में ट्रांसलेट करके इस तरीके से you have to disseminate the information through social media, through different virtual assemblies, or howsoever you would like to go ahead with in any other mode. So this activity can also be conducted. You have to target the month in which you will be conducting. You have to target the age group also, because all the activities you will not be conducting for all the school, I mean for K-12. So accordingly, you have to select it for different wings. So here comes the role of the wing leaders to select the activities for the different wings after discussion with the class coordinators. Now, next is theme-based display board, wall magazine, or the paired state UTs, historical monuments, dressing style, painting, dance, music, folk art, handcrafts, alphabet, Basic sentences, flora, fauna, climate, ecosystem, etc. of the paired state and the UTC. When we are talking about, it comes usually history से related, हमारे sciences, flora, fauna से related, ecosystem, climate से related, मतलब sciences और social sciences के जो topics हैं उससे related theme based हम display boards बना सकते हैं बच्चों के साथ में. So accordingly you have to select the targeted group, the children. You see, if we start हमारे 6th standard, 5th standard onwards ये सारे chapters start हो जाते हैं बच्चों के, तो देख के you can go ahead with till 8th at least you can conduct such kinds of activities. Pledge on Swachhta, single-use plastic, water saving, national unity in the language of the paired state. See, let me tell you, my lovely educators, this Swachhta, we have already conducted this pledge. So you can upload this. September month में होता है हमारा स्वच्छता अभियान. So accordingly you can select the month September. How many children took part in Swachhta Abhiyan? How many teachers were involved? So accordingly we will have the number with us. We can upload the same and we can share the report too. The report portal is different after you submit your action plan. The next is talks by students and teachers on the paired states related to its latest news, history, culture, national icons. This also can be conducted in social sciences and GK period also. So you can involve those teachers, right? So foundation to 8th standard, if we are having our GK, so GK teachers make sure you collaborate along with the social sciences teacher and we can conduct this activity in the classes. Right? Social reforms, famous personalities, current as well as historical. So I've already said social sciences and GK teachers can conduct this activity number 8. Activity number 9 is question answers session on paired states and UTs. That can also be conducted by social sciences teacher, GK teacher when they will be conducting the activity number 7, they can 8 and they can conduct the activity number 9 also related to that. So next is state UT day celebration of the paired state or UTs. Right. So we will be having in the next month, we will celebrate our Haryana day. And there also you see UP and Arunachal Pradesh related any particular day which is celebrated for the particular state, you can celebrate that too. Now the next is activity number 11. Cultural fusion, competition, folk songs, dances, art and painting, music, cuisine, and any other cultural activity of the two paired states, UTs, may be demonstrated through fusion. So this activity number 11, this is to be done by music, art teachers during their respective periods, right? Music and art period. So we can easily conduct this activity. They can present the same during morning assemblies too. So when they are presenting in morning assembly, so class coordinators will also be responsible for that. Next is literary fest. We have already conducted quiz competition, poetry recitation, extemporary speech, debate, translation of popular regional script of the paired state to dance drama, lit fest we have already conducted. Okay, so report is to be given by the literary fest in charges, all the teachers involved, number of students and the teachers involved number we have to mention. Okay. Now 13 is Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat Utsav. This when you are going to plan Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat Utsav, it's a kind of assembly. If you are going to go ahead with that, you want to involve the parents also, parent volunteer, or you want to showcase their activities. So accordingly, you can plan. Yes or no, select it and then go ahead with that. This can be done during morning assembly or maybe some another kind of parent orientation and other programs, right? Now, scrapbook on paired state or UT by uh, by the students. Scrapbook making, this you can I mean, I guess some of you have already given this kind of work. I know that during summer break you have already discussed. Make sure you go through it, and if students require any kind of insights, do provide the same. This is to be done by Hindi teachers. I guess they have already done a scrapbook work on that. I have seen that. 15 activity is Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat school report. Obviously, we will be submitting a compiled report on Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat activities. This will be yes. Okay. Now showing popular and age-appropriate films for the paired states UTs and the languages of the paired state UT that reflect the culture of that state. So make sure social sciences teachers, you do the needful during your smart class period. right? That can be shown on the smart board. You download that kind of documentaries, you can show it to the students. Next is using toys to teach diversity of culture in India. Trash to treasure, that kind of activity can be conducted by art and craft teacher. So the same can be conducted. You can explore the website also, arvindguptatoys.com. Number of toys are available that the students they can make from trash. So this activity to be conducted by art department. Integration of awareness and sensitivity towards environment, forest and wildlife protection, water conservation, physical fitness, health, gender sensitivity, ethics and values, resource conservation, sanitation, self, public hygiene, etc. So this is to be conducted by science department, health and physical education, HPE department, and apart from it, value education department. They need to collaborate for activity number 18. Okay, so activity number 19, learning the indigenous sports of the paired state. Obviously, this activity number 19 to be conducted by health and physical education department. 20 is learning the folk painting, art, craft of the paired state. This is to be conducted by art department. 21, toy making, learning to make handmade toys of the paired state and preparing the class-wise collaborative report. For this, art plus the class coordinator and the wing leader and the spokes should be responsible for this. I'm again repeating. So activity number 21, art department, the class coordinators, the spokes and the wing leaders, they have to do it. Next is Jal Shakti Abhiyan, Catch the Rain campaign activities, activity number 22. This is studying the traditional methods of Jal Sanchay or water storage in the paired states or the UTs. So water conservation and all, this is to be done by sciences as well as social sciences department. Science and social science, activity number 22. Role activity number 23, studying about the rainfall, weather patterns, rainwater harvesting in the paired states, and undertaking rainwater harvesting in the school. This is again role activity number 23 to be done by Science and Social Sciences Department with the help of HPE department as well, and contact the admin team too. I mean, with the help of school coordinator, you can go ahead with that, some kind of activities. Now, activity number 24, sharing the water conservation best practices of paired states institutions. This is to be shown and discussed with the students in the classes, to be done by Science and Social Science Department. Use a smart board for that. Activity number 24. Now, next activity number 25, podcast like Pani Ki Pani Ki Chithi by students of paired state. Podcast, you see, librarian, I have already told, like along with the English department, we can do like that, and we can start in Hindi language too. So language department, or both the languages, English and Hindi, right? They have to ask the children to start their podcast. I mean, we can do it through Flipgrid. We are already using. So encourage them to use Flipgrid. Okay, Microsoft Flipgrid. Now, next is 26. Plantation drive in the schools by tagging the name of the plant, tree planted in the language of the own state in the paired state, studying the importance of the planted trees in the paired state. So, I mean, they have to name it in both the languages. Plantation drive will be conducting soon in the school, and here all the class coordinators to be responsible for that. Activity number 26. So accordingly, I'll let you know when we will be conducting this plantation drive, right? Most probably, actually, we do it on the day of the results too, or maybe some another day we can conduct the same. Next is 27, Nukkad Natak based on local theatre forms of paired states to create awareness about water conservation. Nukkad Natak activity number 27 to be conducted by Hindi department. Next, 28, holding webinars among paired states institutions to learn water conservation technique. this activity number 28, this is to be conducted by English department in the form of debates and declamation, right? You can talk about it. A webinar you can conduct, as is already mentioned, so you can conduct a webinar or a seminar on the same. Now, 29 number activity, virtual faculty exchange, where ideas and techniques regarding teaching of water conservation could be discussed. This I will organize, right? 29, this I will organize. I will do the needful by the teacher exchange program. Activity number 30, documenting innovative ideas to reduce water pollution in the country. Innovative ideas to reduce water pollution. This is again to be done by the science department. Science department, activity number 30. Activity number 31, virtual tours of the traditional water conservation methods of the paired state. IT team to organize these virtual tours. IT team, they have to organize the same for the children. 32, natural water purifying techniques used by the paired states, science department, in collaboration with IT team. Activity number 32. Activity number 33 is awareness about natural water bodies and watersheds of the pair states. Again, now activity number 33, this is to be done by social science department along with ITT. So now these are the 33 activities that we have discussed, and we have left just only one activity, that was after school programs for you see teaching the language of the paired state, that we are not conducting. Rest all 32 activities out of 33 we are conducting, and this is how we will be submitting our action plan. And the teachers who have been given duty, they have to submit the reports also. We need to upload the reports also for these particular activities, right? So I'll be sharing with you the report format also. Wait a while. So this is the format for the report, right? So we have to write the month of the activity in which we have conducted this activity, number of students who have participated in that, name of the activity, and total number of targeted or participation students, as well as a resource person, right? The number of the resource persons participated, नंबर ऑफ टारगेटेड रिसोर्स पर्सन, कितने टारगेटेड थे, कितनों ने पार्टिसिपेट किया है, कितने स्टूडेंट्स हमने टारगेट किए कि इस पर्टिकुलर एक्टिविटी में पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे, और कितने बच्चों ने पार्टिसिपेट किया है, वेन्यू ऑफ द इवेंट, वेदर इट वाज इन द स्कूल कैंपस और आउटसाइड समवेयर, देन ब्रीफ रिपोर्ट अबाउट द इवेंट, अपलोड द पिक्चर्स यू हैव टू अपलोड ओनली JPEG, JPG, PNG or GIF images to be uploaded. Maximum 5 files can be uploaded for an activity. Okay, for each activity you will be uploading, and the size should not exceed 1 MB. Then this is how we'll be submitting the activity report. So make sure you do the needful well in time, right? Thank you.